A good afternoon, everyone, on this Sunday. This is Western New York Athletics live here at the Bert Flickinger Center at ECC, where we continue on the New York State Catholic High School Basketball State Championships. And for the finale here in Class A, the Canisius Crusaders take on the Holy Trinity Titans. My name is Jacob Flack. Alongside me is Tom Prince. And Tom, with this matchup here with both squads that are in the top 15 in state rankings in Class A, Trinity and Canisius for the first time battled out to see who gets a state title.
I just hope it's as good as the last game we just had. We had a one-point game for a state championship. That Cathedral Prep wins that one over Bishop Timon. But, boy, I'm expecting another great game right here.
No doubt about it, as we'll look at the starting lineups here. We'll start with the road squad in Holy Trinity. Number 0, Ryan Reed out there with number 2, Emmanuel Ayeye. Number 3, Jagger Verzosa out there with number 10, Miles Reed. And number 22, Tristan Thomas, the senior, completing the 5 for the Titans. For Canisius, number 2, Jack Cullinan out there with number 10, Elijah Jones. Then there's number 11, Christian Gill. Number 22, Darnell Gallimore Jr. And number 30, the senior, TJ Askew, completing the 5 for Canisius, as we get a stoppage here. Looks like a clock issue.
Yeah, shot clock is what it was.
Canisius coming into this game 20-6 overall, 14-1 in the Monsignor Martin, whereas for Holy Trinity, 23 wins and 4 losses on the year. Canisius starting off fast-paced, swinging it around, going from the top of the key and moving it over into the far corner. Trying to go up. Nothing's there defensively. On a drive now. Going from the elbow, loses his dribble, trying to find a teammate. So right now some strong defense for Trinity, as losing the ball, but going out of bounds, staying with the Crusaders. Shot clock is at, looks like to be 3 seconds. Trying to throw up a shot, fadeaway is short, and the rebound's there for Thomas. Right now, Reed, their starting point guard. Moving over along the near wing. And as they get towards the top of the key, Reed getting it back for a teammate, cutting through for the left-handed layup.
That's a great start right there for Holy Trinity. You can see right there, when you can get into the paint and get easy buckets early in the game, it opens up the entire floor for your team.
Cullinan moving it over to Jones. That one's tipped and taken away by Verzosa. Long pass, corner 3, doesn't go off the missed shot of Reed. Cullinan now trying to get it over to Askew as it gets bobbled around, and the twos battle it out, and Ayeye will get called for the foul.
You're going to see, folks, with this Canisius team is, I'm not going to sit here and say they don't have great players, because they really do. But there's no star on the team. It is a true team effort that you could see. Is when you look at the averages that they score right now, Cullinan, Gill, Jones, all those 3 right now are averaging over 10 points a game, but no more than 11 points per game. So this is truly, you could see, is it'll be a different game and a different star that steps up depending on what game or what the matchup is.
Christian Gill was fouled and thought it was in the act of shooting, but they'll say this will stay on the floor. Right now, Gallimore getting it over. Gill with it. That screen from Cullinan. Cuts to his right. Kicks it out. Over to Jones. Going to his left. Attacking in. Off the glass. Elijah Jones, the junior forward, gets Canisius' first bucket of the game.
Very different from the last game that we did. At the last game, we saw everybody shooting threes early on in the game. You're seeing both of these teams right now attacking inside in the paint.
Shot up on the way, and no foul was called there. Miles Reed thought he was going to get one, but we play on. Corner 3, Askew doesn't go. Ball's tipped, going out of bounds, staying with the Canisius Crusaders, and Askew is going to be a guy to look out for Canisius. You mentioned about the three-point shooting as Gill able to get the bucket. Askew coming into this game shooting 40% from three-point land.
Jake, I'm never big in championship games to go right to the 3 points, because normally you're so jacked up because of the game and what the game means that you don't normally hit those shots until you settle into the game a little bit. That's why I like teams going down in the paint and making things happen down in the paint.
Here's now Miles Reed getting over to Ayeye. 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Hits back iron. Miles Reed with the rebound. Going to attack in between the defense. Gets the layup to fall.
See the difference? We've seen not one three-pointer go and all the shots that are down in the paint right now being made. I'm a big proponent of that. It will open up later in the game. You got to let the game right now happen.
From the handoff, Gill being guarded hard by Ryan Reed. Tries to go up for his shot and gets it to fall. The junior point guard, not easy for him, but gets the friendly roll. Here's now Miles Reed being guarded by Gill, gives it over to Ryan Reed. And now to Verzosa inside. Ryan Reed wasn't able to get it inside. Kicks it out, dribbles it around. Here's now Thomas. Moves it over. Three-pointer. Flushes down. Ryan Reed, the first three-pointer of the game.
You know they were going to hit that right after I made that point too, right?
And Holy Trinity having the quick 1 point lead under 4 minutes go in the first. Gill moving around, giving it to Jones, cutting by the defense. Nice move there by Elijah Jones.
Nice move, maybe an understatement on that one. You could see he got right into the paint with that move right there.
Stepping back, fadeaway, hits back iron. As Gallimore facing hard pressure on Ryan Reed. Gill will move it over to Gallimore. From the top of the key, will try to kick it out, as that will be a Canisius turnover. Couple substitutions in for the Crusaders. Number 3, Cameron Schuster, and number 15, Colt Frederick, come into the game.
Quick substitutions right now, and you can see it's been a pretty quick pace. You can see right now going up and down the court, both teams right now moving very quickly, so subs early on makes sense right now that you're trying to keep fresh legs out there.
Trinity moving the ball around. Far wing three-pointer connects for Tristan Thomas. The senior listed at 6'1", gets the tray to fall. As now Gill moving it over, Schuster to Gill. And the bounce pass of Frederick, and keeping this along the perimeter. Gill inside, going to Jack Cullinan, and that's rejected by Emmanuel Ayeye, the 6'4" junior. Kicks it out. They don't want to take the three. Tries to cut in between the defense and saves it. And now the Titans will set up a different type of offense. Towards the wing. And now into the corner to Miles Reed. Able to cut to his left. Step back, nothing was there. 8 to go on the shot clock. Cutting to the right, on a drive, off the glass, and off the rim, doesn't go. Frederick getting over to Gallimore. Thought about the three, tried to cut through, but nothing was there. Now Gill over to Cullinan in the double team, and it's poked at and taken away.
That's 2 turnovers right there by Cullinan. You know he wants back.
Trying to respond with a three-pointer by Verzosa, and the three-pointer didn't fall. Gill cutting through, getting it to fall. Gill not listed as 5'10", but not giving up when it comes to attacking in the paint as Trinity turns it over. And as for Canisius substitutions, number 12, Logan Feeney comes in for the first time, and number 10, Elijah Jones, comes back in.
A lot of substitutions right now. You don't normally see a lot of this from Canisius, and Canisius early on really trying to make sure there are fresh legs and trying to get the personnel that's making an impact out there on the floor.
Gill's jumper is in. Boy, he's having a lot of success when it comes inside, already now with 8 points.
He really is right now. He's been the leader out there on the floor for Canisius, and that's the guy that's the hot hand. We said it'll be different from game to game. The last game in the championship versus St. Joe's, it was late. It was Cullinan who came up late and was the big leader out there. But you can see Gill being that leader right now out on the floor.
Just over 30 seconds go in the first quarter, and a foul is called on the Crusaders. So Cole Frederick will be the recipient of that foul, seeing Ayeye to the line.
I'll tell you, when you look at the crowd, I said this to you off air, Jake, the crowd at St. Joe's was completely packed at Canisius University. This right now is nowhere near the crowd that we saw there. And in fact, folks, we actually got to see, it was like a college atmosphere where Canisius, the fans, you can see the student section right now on the screen. The student section ran out onto the floor. It was literally unbelievable to watch. If you get a chance to go to the YouTube page, you'll see that shot and you'll see exactly what it was when they ran out in the court. It was unbelievable to witness.
Yeah, phenomenal experience for Canisius, beating the rivals St. Joe's to win the Manhattan Cup. And right here, an opportunity to get a shot here in the final 15 seconds and counting. Now it's quickly dwindling down to 10. Here's Gill, kicks it out. Three-pointer on the way, doesn't go. Rebounds there by Thomas. And 1 second left. Ball is tipped, thrown up into the air, and it's not going to count off the Canisius turnover, and that will bring an end to the first quarter. Very similar is what we saw in the Class B state title run. And in this one here in Class A, Canisius up by 1 on Holy Trinity. We'll step aside with more here coming your way on Western New York Athletics.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
For an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs, more information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
12-11 is our score. Canisius out in front here in the New York State Catholic High School Boys Basketball State Championship in Class A. Canisius against Holy Trinity here at ECC, Erie Community College. Tom, real quick, when I say ECC, I'm so used to saying East Coast Conference because that's where DUville plays.
And you do the voice of DUville is we got on the call right now. Jake does a great job for them as well.
So every time I'm saying ECC, I got to remember now it's Erie Community College, not the East Coast Conference. Right now for Canisius, swinging along the perimeter. Giving it to Schuster from the top of the key off a pick and roll, but leads an open man. Doesn't get the three to go off the missed shot by Feeney. And now a quick pass going the other way as I was last off a Holy Trinity player.
Yeah, it was a good pass, though. I like the idea right there. He was leading him right to the basket. He comes up with that. He's got a layup right there at the basket. I do like the move and the thought process right there, being able to get that down low.
Right now, Gill, who Had a really good first quarter, firing from 3 from the top of the key, showing his skill set from all 3 levels in the first half.
Gill averages 11 points per game. He's got 11 right now, and we're just in the second quarter.
What a block there by Jones. A spark that Canisius can have to continue on this run. Gill kicks it out. Jones moving it around. Frederick didn't like what he saw, gives it back over to Jones. And now from Schuster to Gill. 17 seconds left on the shot clock. Canisius staying over on the left. Poked at it by Ayeye, but it will stay with the Crusaders with the shot clock at 11.
Jake, Gill is proving, though, the point that I'm making. You had 4 shots inside the paint down low, and then the outside opens up for you and you hit the 3. That's exactly in big championship games, to me, that works so well, especially when you can get hot like that.
Cullinan hop-stepping. Nice pass over to Jones, who was wide open there for the 2.
Great pass, though. You can see when you can get dribble penetration into the paint like that, the defense will come to you, and that's exactly what happened. And a great assist as Cullinan sees the floor and finds his man down low.
Nice shot there by Ryan Reed to get it going.
Boy, I tell you, we've seen both home away teams right now getting the rolls that they get right now on that rim. It's twice we've seen it in 2 different games.
Right now, Gill. Over to Feeney. Gill gets it right back. Trying to move it around this zone defense. Cullinan, shot short, but draws the foul. And even though this has been an early contest here, Tom, only a combined 5 players from both teams have each contributed with the bucket. 3 for Holy Trinity, 2 for Canisius, and Cullinan just trying to be that third guy for the Crusaders to get a bucket, and he does this time with his free throw.
He really is one of the leaders on this team, whether he scores or not. You saw it on the assist play right there. But this is a kid that absolutely everybody looks to as a leader out there on the floor. And he has hit some championship shots. Remember last year when he did it in the 3 that he hit in the championship game in the Monsignor Martin Finals, and he absolutely was big in the 4th quarter against St. Joe's. This kid steps up every single time when it comes to championship games.
Just over 5 here to go in the first half. Canisius up by 6. It looks like they're in a 3-2 zone defense. Ryan Reed currently has 8 points. Trying to create some spark here for the offense as the Titans try to move it over. They swing it around. Reed, triple is in. Already 3 3-pointers for him. Give him 11. Gallimore giving it over to Gill along the far wing. Now a bounce pass. From Askew, and now quickly swinging around from right to left. High bounce pass. Gallimore drives. Floater doesn't go. Versosa kicking it out from the far wing. Versosa will get it back to him. Now Ryan Reed, who's been having the hot hand from 3-point land so far. Thomas over to Reed. Back over to Thomas now. He's trying to cut through this defense. Spins and does it off the layup. Very good move there by the senior. Here's now Cullinan. Trying to cut right through. Got poked at it, and it goes off him out of bounds for a turnover. So what was a 6-point lead quickly dwindling down to 1. So a nice 5-0 run here by the Titans, who will make some adjustments on the court. Miles Reed will come back in, and Canisius will do the same. Logan Feeney checking back in.
That's the big probably the biggest thing you've seen between both teams is substitutions. Canisius has really been using their bench. We really haven't seen much substitutions right now from Holy Trinity. That we'll see if it happens later in the game, if that has an impact in this game.
Here's a three-pointer. Reed doesn't go, and trying to save it from going out of bounds, but Canisius will snag it. Quickly go the other way, having a 5-on-4 advantage. Jones travels. Spot there that obviously he wants to try and redeem himself. Jones is trying to spin his way forward to attack the layup, but ended up falling down, resulting in the travel. There's Ayeye trying to cut right in off Jones, who's already had a block. This time there, good defense on him as the Crusaders go the other direction. Tip ball, and no, they're going to say it was originally Trinity, but I think they might stay here with Canisius, and they will.
Yeah, actually, he did. He actually pointed towards Trinity right there, one of the refs, and then the other one said, no, it's staying here right there, and I did think it went off Trinity's hand, though.
Bounce pass there, but nonetheless, Trinity takes it away as the speed by Reed tried to cut right through, and Canisius had to draw the foul to prevent him from getting a layup.
I actually think that's a good foul, Jake, right there, because he had a wide open layup right there. So what you're going to do right now is take it outside, especially because there hasn't been many fouls called in this game. There's only been one on each team inside this second quarter.
Not only that, though, but Reed's having one heck of a second quarter as well. He's already been hot from three-point land, and don't want him to continue that on here the rest of the quarter. Versosa moving around into the paint, and now Ayeye will back off. Now Ryan Reed, 10 to go on the shot clock, trying to get by Feeney, kicks it out. Miles Reed on a drive, and a foul's called. Going to call it a blocking foul. It's going to be on Gill. And a substitution for Canisius, their senior Darnell Gallimore will come in. And they'll get another one. Cameron Schuster, a senior for Canisius, will come in.
Boy, you could see right now there's only been what looks like only 4 players on the bench that haven't gone in already for Canisius inside this first half.
Versosa, three-pointer, too strong that time. Cullinan with a rebound and a quick pass from Gallimore. Tried to give it to Askew, but Versosa takes it away. Great athletic ability by him. He fires from three, and that will sail out of bounds.
Jake, I'll tell you right now, if you're Canisius, you got to be saying is with the turnovers that we've had inside this game, and we're only down we're up right now in this game with the amount of turnovers we had. Could you imagine what the score would be if you actually didn't have those turnovers down low too in the paint?
And that's definitely something when the second half gets going, an adjustment now, head coach for Canisius, Kyle Husband, will have to make with his team is try to limit those. Cullinan, nice feed inside. Askew was left alone, and the defense forgot about him.
That's that third scorer you were looking to get up on the board right there as well.
And we get a shooting foul here. Holy Trinity heading to the charity stripe. Clock stopping at 56.5 seconds.
But, boy, both games that we've done, low-scoring games out here today. We've seen both of them, and that happens a lot. You can know right now, sometimes the shots don't fall for you early on. It's really about the defense because that's something you can control whether your heart's racing or not. You can control the defensive side of the ball. Sometimes those shots go a little bit deep, which what we've seen right here on the back of the rim. You got to be able to settle into the game, and that's what we're going to see hopefully happen inside the second half.
So missed free throws there, and Trinity grabbing the offensive board to get in there an opportunity. There's now Reed cutting to his left, fadeaway, floater doesn't go. And another offensive rebound. Tristan Thomas battling inside. The 6'1" senior getting it done on the floor, using his strength to his advantage.
Not only that, his footwork. Did you see the footwork down in the paint right there? He literally opened up that lane right there to go to the basket. What a great job with his footwork down in the paint.
And that's once again a 1-point lead for Canisius, as Kyle Husband will call timeout with 14 seconds to go in this one. And talk a little bit about some of the coaches here with Canisius. Husband in his 22nd season as head coach. We've seen the success that he's been able to do decade after decade, and really have put this program up to heights that they have not seen in a long time. And it's come to a point now where they're here now and where they're in the Monsignor Martin is starting to become just like a standard of what it's been for this Canisius program.
I will never bet against this man. This is one of the best coaches that Western New York produces, period, hands down. He's one of the absolute best, and he does it all the time in championship games. Whether he's a favorite or he's an underdog, he will find a way to make sure his teams are going to be right there in the end, and he did it again this year. I'll tell you, he really has been second to none when you look at the coaches right now in Western New York. He is absolutely at the top of the list.
Oh, what a steal here by Holy Trinity. Less than 10 seconds to go, and Reed, Ryan Reed to be exact, what a first half he's had. There's now 1 second left, three-pointer on the way, doesn't go. And just like that, Holy Trinity gets some nice momentum on their side, ending the first half up 22-21. So with that, folks, here is we'll go ahead and step aside. We'll take a couple minutes here to get ourselves acquainted here, and then we'll do a quick halftime report. You're watching state championship boys basketball here on Western New York Athletics.
Need an electrician? Empire Electric is your residential wiring specialist. New builds, service upgrades, lighting, generators, you name it, Empire does it with hundreds of 5-star reviews that speak for themselves. Call Empire Electric today for your free estimate.
I choose this MOS because I like to work on things, have hands-on.
Tracker is very important to the Army because it's a very versatile and just modular platform. There's several different variants, and that allows this one vehicle to do several different missions, and it's very important to support just the light infantry and their mission.
At Richmond Vona, we are seriously dedicated to bettering the communities that we serve. You will get super high level communication, and you are getting a team of dedicated attorneys, paralegals. If you put your trust in us and hire us, we promise to take care of everything. Call us as soon as possible so we can start the investigation to fight to get you the settlement you deserve.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA, with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
For an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs, more information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
300 Level Media is a locally owned and operated, multi-purpose media company right here in Western New York. You'll find us everywhere, covering the Bills, Sabres, Buttes, Bisons, Big Four basketball, local college sports, and much more. Our staff offers a variety of media services, from video production, live event coverage, audio broadcasts, professional voiceovers, camera operation, and videography. Visit www.300levelmedia.com or give us a call at 716-427-2600. This is 300 Level Media.
Look, Patriot account is not going to close itself. Looks like you're going to be here late again. I need this by morning.
Oh no, not again. My son has a football game tonight.
WNYAthletics.com. You can thank me later.
WNYAthletics, your home for high school sports.
Yes.
Build your next connection. Earn your next internship. Crush your next goal. What will you do next?
Choose the twos. Get the help you deserve.
If a picture's worth 1,000 words, and you only get one chance to make a first impression, then your professional image is pretty important to your career success. Hi, I'm BJ Stack, owner of Stack Studios, proudly introducing Headshots by Stacks. Did you know that according to LinkedIn, profiles with professional headshots get 21 times more views and 36 times more direct messages? That's a lot of attention. And with a Headshot by Stacks, you can be sure that your image will be the talk of the corporate town. Every Headshot by Stacks goes through a 3-step editing process. We whiten teeth, we erase blemishes, we soften shadows, we even change out backgrounds, just to name a few. So your headshot makes a first impression that lasts. And with our headshot packages starting at just $99, it's never been more affordable for you to look your best. So, if a picture's worth 1,000 words, what are people saying about you?
Welcome back, everyone, to Erie Community College. Here we're live on Western New York Athletics at the Burt Flickinger Center for the New York State Catholic High School State Boys Basketball Championships. This one in Class A, as Holy Trinity and Canisius are battling out here on this Sunday afternoon. The Titans up on the Crusaders 22-21. And just to talk about that final sequence that we saw from them, defense was a big part of there that helped them catapult to that 1-point lead heading in the locker room.
And momentum. Momentum has to right now go over to Holy Trinity right now. When you look at making that play and taking the lead, they really haven't led in this game at all until right at the end of the half right there. So that, to me, was big to go into the locker room like that. But you also talk about defense. It's been defense all game with them. They've had some key steals, especially down low, that they've had to be able to stop transition buckets and stop buckets in the paint. They've really done very well on the defensive side.
And that's the one thing when I spoke to their head coach and Steve Ganus, their first year as head coach, that loves to try to do that press, likes to get some half-court defense going. But he mentioned, that's the key for their team this season has been their defense, and just trying to disrupt the opponent's offense and go in the other direction. For Canisius' side, you mentioned about the lead. They've had the lead for the majority of the first half up until the end of that second quarter. So some adjustments they have to make, but so far they're getting the job done when it comes to scoring, especially from Kristen Gill, who leads the way with 13.
Yeah, I mean, Gill has absolutely been the difference in this game right now for Canisius. But now you've got to see some of those other players step up. One guy is not going to be the one to be able to win a championship for you. You've got to see other guys right now step up. And the same for Holy Trinity. You've really seen right now for Reed been the guy right now for Holy Trinity. You've got to have other guys right now step up in the second half, especially because it's such a low-scoring game. You've got to see more scoring output from either team.
Well, Tom, I know in our last broadcast we talked a little bit about Canisius and, you know, what a big game they had against St. Joe's, but let's kind of dive more into it. March 2nd, 2026, they've mentioned it on their social media pages. That's a day that, you know, for Canisius sports that's going to live for a very, very long time, as both Canisius basketball and hockey played against each other in their respective championship games against their rival in St. Joe's, and it was Canisius on both squads picking up the victories against Joe's.
And you could say we're underdogs in both games. That's even the more the beauty about this. You could say that they were the underdogs. And not only that, we talked about this off air, and many people don't know this, but on the hockey side of the spectrum, they actually had to play with their backup goalie is what they had to do. And he ends up getting the victory as a backup goalie, and he found out just hours before the game that he was going to have to go in the pipes right there and be able to make the stops and be able to get a victory for Canisius.
A very historical day there for the Canisius athletic program, and one that's something that's going to live down for a very long time, as they are able to add a Monsignor Martin championship, Manhattan Cup championship up into the rafters. But another one that they can get and add to that and get some hardware later today, and that is a Catholic state championship, as we're just about to get started with the second half.
And I'll tell you this, a state championship may just be a little bit more than even a win over St. Joe's as far as what you're capable of doing and what you're capable of celebrating at the same exact time. I know a win over St. Joe's and your rival's huge, but a state championship is another thing.
Second half underway as Gill, the leading man for Canisius, with 13 points. Right now, Askew getting over to Jack Cullinan. And now Gallimore. Half spin, now fade away. Gets the fall for the first bucket of the second half and his first bucket of the game.
That we said other guys need to step up. There you go. That's the first sign of it right there for Canisius.
Here's now for Sosa. Giving it to Miles Reed. Currently has a couple of points. Over to Ryan Reed. He's been having a really good game on all three levels. Into the paint, doesn't go. Put back, and a foul is called as Ayeye will head to the line to shoot two.
That's big. Follow your shot. You learn that when you were in youth basketball. Follow your shot, be aggressive, and because he was actually able to get his offensive rebound right there, he's got a chance to still be able to put points on the scoreboard.
Ayeye positioned as a small forward entering his junior year, but definitely one of not the tallest guys on his team, listed at 6'4". And we've seen that even at some high school levels. Hey, if you're 6'4", I'm putting you in the 5 spot, and you're just going to fight down there all day. Well, he's had a couple of chances in the paint, as this time for Ayeye, he goes perfect 2 of 2 from the line. Jones battling out with Thomas, goes up, can't get the friendly roll, grabs the offensive rebound. Put back though, not going to count. We got a foul on the floor going against Holy Trinity.
Ayeye does it on one side, Jones does the same thing on the other side. The only difference is it's not going to be a shooting foul and send him to the line.
Nice move by Gill. Little fake to the left from the right, going to his left, knocking down the shot. Right now, Miles Reed trying to cut right through. Almost had it poked and taken away. And Reed will now head to the line for a chance at some free throw opportunities.
They are attacking the glass right now. You can see right now Holy Trinity really going down low and attacking things. We've seen right now 2 different possessions that they've gone down low and gotten a chance to go to the free throw line. You can see if that keeps happening right now, that's going to be an advantage right there for Holy Trinity.
Reed knocking down both of his free throws and getting his lead and his team's lead back up by 1. Canisius looking to change that right away. Staying along that right side, Cullinan being guarded hard there along the near wing. Bounce passing it over to Jones. He tries to go along the right side, and Ayeye will get called for the foul.
Boy, I feel like we've had more fouls here in the third quarter than we did in the entire first half, is what it feels like right now. You can see the pressure right now mounting. Both of these teams right now trying to say they're going to be state champion.
What an interception there by Versosa. Nice feed to Ryan Reed, and they're going to say it's a goaltending.
He didn't even need it. He actually made it anyway, so.
Gill kicking out to Gallimore. Moves it over to Jones. Too easy there for him. Missed their spot on Jones, and he goes and attacks in with the layup.
Jake, I do like the move right there, going to a full court press, especially when you had momentum going your side. But Canisius does a great job of breaking the press, especially with Gill, the way he took the ball up the court and was aggressive in the way he was. Ryan
Reed against Gallimore, kicks it out. Going now to Miles Reed for the layup and in.
Boy, back and forth we go in this one. This has been game, literally you saw scoring changes right now going back and forth between both teams. This is going to be something. This may come down right to the end, folks.
One bounce pass, Cullinan into the corner. Now finding Gallimore. He's pickpocketed. And now Versosa on a drive, loses the ball. Ryan Reed able to get it. Floater is in. And now Trinity up by 5 as Jones ends up losing the ball. Goes out of bounds, turns it over.
I'll tell you right now, if you're Canisius and you do lose this game, you're going to look at it's going to be about turnovers. Is exactly what it's going to be. And the turnovers seem to keep happening down low, and especially when you're in a half-court set. That's really been where these turnovers have happened and where Holy Trinity has been huge on the defensive side.
Here's a three-pointer. Ayeye shot is short. And now Gallimore moving over to Gill. Trying to cut right in, feels the pressure, and kicks it out. Jones now tried to hand it off and almost taken away, but Gill able to have it. This clock keeps ticking down here, 13 on the shot clock, and a foul called. It looks like that's going to go against, looks like Ayeye got called for the foul. That's his third.
Well, we are late in the in the third quarter right here, so I don't think you're really going to say foul trouble right there. But it's just something to be cognizant of is what it is. And Coach is very cognizant of, as you see right now, the change happening.
I was going to say, you say that, and then Trinity's head coach, Steve Ganus, is like, no, I'm going to take him out. So in for him is going to be Makai Reeves, the sophomore, as Ayeye picked up his third personal foul. Cullinan trying to cut through, and another foul called on Trinity. That's going to be their fourth team foul.
Definitely been much tighter called game here inside this third quarter than we've seen in the entire first half. And that's 4 against Holy Trinity right now. So the next foul, Canisius shoots the rest of the way.
We'll redo the play out of bounds. Canisius keeping possession. Exactly 4 minutes to go here in the third. Cullinan cutting through, hook shot is in.
Like we said earlier, he got hot in the fourth quarter late in the game. That's his first big bucket right there. Can he get hot right now for Canisius?
Ryan Reed moving it over to Versosa. Trying to spin, kicks it out. Miles Reed on a drive. The speed by him breaks through the defense and gets the layup.
Boy, he's got a second gear to him. You see that the minute he stepped a foot in the paint, he took off right there.
Shot up by Gill is in. Well, the friendly roll is not only for the road team. Canisius getting the triple to fall, cutting the lead, cutting Trinity's deficit to 2 as we get a timeout here on the floor. 3:18 to go. Canisius looking to take over the lead before the end of the quarter. We'll see if they do when we come back with more here on Western New York Athletics.
I choose this MOS because I like to work on things, have hands-on.
Track is very important to the Army because it's a very versatile and just modular platform. There's several different variants, and that allows this one vehicle to do several different missions, and it's very important to support just the light infantry and their mission.
At Richmond Vona, we are seriously dedicated to bettering the communities that we serve. You will get super high level communication, and you are getting a team of dedicated attorneys, paralegals. If you put your trust in us and hire us, we promise to take care of everything. Call us as soon.
Welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics. Out of the timeout here, Trinity only up by 2 after Canisius getting on a nice little run to cut into the deficit. But now let's see what the Titans can try to adjust out of the timeout as the shot goes in for Tristan Thomas, who's had a nice game in the paint so far. He's got 9. Miles Reed almost with the steal. Askew looking for an open teammate. We'll lob it over to Gill. From the wing, we'll swing it around to Jones, who lost it for a second, gets it back, misses the shot, and Thomas with the rebound and a hard foul there. Spinning around Thomas was Jones, who will commit the foul. And that's the third team foul for Canisius in this quarter.
That's the defense in the paint, though, that we keep talking about from Holy Trinity. They have just been unbelievable down on the defensive side of the ball, especially right at the glass.
Right now for Reed, moving it over to Reeves. Now Miles Reed will get it back. Thomas now to find Ryan Reed inside of Thomas. That got bobbled around, but Jack Cullinan grabbing the steal. Here's Gill, moving it around. Jones, triple, doesn't fall. And offensive rebound, Cullinan goes up, draws the foul, and we'll head to the line.
Cullinan right now trying to make his mark on this game. You can see, we said it, last game, he was quiet until the fourth quarter and then took off, and now we're seeing it here late in the third right now where he's trying to help his team out.
And Cullinan is a guy that's been on this Canisius team for a couple of years now, has always been a nice spark for his squad when they've needed him the most. Knocking down both the free throws, and the senior, Cole Frederick, will come in for him.
He really has been a leader, though, and it's in multiple sports. He's done it on the football field, right? He's done it on the basketball court. But, boy, I'll still never forget last year when he hit that 3 over in the corner right there to win the Monsignor Martin Championship.
Shot there doesn't fall that time for Reeves. As Canisius looking to tie this one up. Gill trying to move it to Jones, but taken away. Here's now a 3-on-1, and Ryan Reed taking it all by himself. gets it to go. 3-point play coming up.
You can see that's the defense leading into transition right there. And you can see when you can get into transition like that and be able to get any step, these guys show the speed. It doesn't matter which read you got out there. They're going to show you the speed right there, and so they can get right to the glass.
Reed doesn't get the friendly roll that time. Still just a 4-point lead. Gallimore lobs it over to Frederick. Being guarded by Reeves. Three-pointer, Askew doesn't fall. Reeves trying to fight for it, and the ball goes out of bounds, staying with Canisius.
Wow, 2 great games, 2 state championship games that have literally lived up to what it should be.
Frederick moving over to Jones, gets a guy to jump. Now driving along, shot up there doesn't go. Gallimore trying to fight for the rebound, and a foul here is going to be on Trinity. That's their, I believe their 6th foul.
Yeah, they're shooting the rest of the way. Either team, any fouls from here in the last minute, both teams will be shooting right now.
Gallimore, a 6'2" senior, gets the the free throw there to cut this lead down to 3. And then for Logan Feeney, he comes into the game.
Holy Trinity got the roll in the first half on this same basket, and it seems like Canisius is getting the roll right now in the second half.
That one doesn't go that time. Canisius looking like to show some trap pressure if they can get it. Outlet pass for Sosa. Moving it over to Thomas, and a foul was called on Canisius, and that would be their 5th foul.
Yeah, like we said, both teams will shoot. Any foul right now will put either team to the line.
First one hits back iron. Cameron Schuster for Canisius. Number 3 will come in for Gill. Second free throw on the way up. Rolling in that time. Back up to a 4-point advantage. Less than 40 seconds to go into third. Schuster. Now going from Frederick. He'll hit the elbow jumper. Misses it though. And now they're going to say a foul is called. It's going to be on Ryan Reed. And it looked like that was off the ball there. But nonetheless, Frederick will shoot 2. Substitution for Trinity as Emmanuel Ayeye will come back in. He currently has 3 personal fouls. Frederick's second free throw attempt doesn't go there, so 0 for 2 that time. Pass Ayeye, getting over to Ryan Reed. Shot clock is turned off. 10 to go here in the third. Counting down. Reed kicks it out. Verzosa, 3-pointer, too strong. Ball gets tipped in the hands of Tristan Thomas, who gets it to go before the buzzer sounds to bring an end to 3 quarters of play. Holy Trinity maintains their lead. They're now up 6 as we get 1 more quarter to go. We'll step aside here with more Catholic High School boys basketball here on Western New York Athletics.
choose the twos. Get the help you deserve.
Explore your next idea. Blaze new trails. Imagine new ways to do things. What will you do next?
At Richmond Vona, we are seriously dedicated to bettering the communities that we serve. If you put your trust in us and hire us.
Welcome back, everyone, to the start of the fourth quarter. The New York State Catholic High School Championship Basketball in Class A. Canisius taking on Holy Trinity. And a 6-point advantage for the Titans. Almost tried to get it to a +8, but a missed shot there by Ryan Reed, who's had a phenomenal game so far, especially when it comes to scoring. Unofficially at 19 points. Gill, another main scorer for Canisius, takes the screen, gets by Miles Reed, and now from Schuster in the double team, going to Cullinan. 9 to go on the shot clock. Cullinan gets it in.
He's been big since pretty much late in the third quarter. He's starting to find a shot, and he's finding it down low. You see the positioning in the paint. He got deep into the paint. You do that, he's going to put points on the board.
A handoff, Versosa. Ayeye got Frederick the jump, but he stays with him. Versosa trying to get by Schuster as the threes battle it out, but Schuster will get called for the foul. And Tom, one thing I'll say about for Canisius as they get a couple substitutions in, seeing some of the starters originally that began this game back in the lineup, you've seen that little run by Trinity. As for Thomas and Miles Reed, they'll set up the offense. You've seen that little run by them and been able to maintain that lead. Now, how does Canisius find a way to crack into that and gain momentum for their side?
It's the same way. First of all, a lot of that happened because of turnovers. You got to protect the ball and then go what you did on that last possession. Get down low. Make some easy shots for yourself. Both teams have gone on runs in this one. It's been a game of runs so far by both teams.
And that's one way to probably get it started. Christian Gill, a three-pointer from the top of the key. Oh, excuse me, they're going to say it's a 2.
Correction, 2 points.
And even the announcer had a correction. He even said, correction, that's a 2-pointer. But we got ourselves a game, folks. It's again a 2-point game. This is what we've seen, the back and forth. Both teams made a run, but it seems like right now Holy Trinity has had right now the momentum ever since that last shot at the end of the first half.
And Thomas finding his consistency in the paint, where at the start of this fourth quarter, it was a quick 4-0 run by Canisius, but now Thomas able to squander that a bit. Up by 2 scores. Gill over to Askew. Now finding Cullinan, guarded by Thomas. He stays along the far wing. Now Gill looking to see what other options he has. Moves towards the right with 10 to go on the shot clock. Quickly now down to 7. Jones over to Gill, trying to cut by the zone defense. That ball looked like was tipped. Might have been blocked by Ayeye. And Canisius will get called for the foul.
We've seen that a couple times by Canisius today, where they kind of fouled after the thing where a shot went up, where they were trying to get a rebound, but it was almost like a frustration foul is what it was in there.
And there's something note, just out of the 2 fouls in this quarter, they've both been against Canisius. Thomas trying to drive, but Jones was right there in front of him. Now Miles Reed out there well beyond three-point land. Thomas giving over to Ryan Reed. Crossing, now spinning. Here's a fadeaway jumper. Silky smooth, the junior Ryan Reed.
He's been money today. He really has.
Gill looking to be a part of a spark for this Canisius offense. Jones on a drive, foul called. And the foul is going to be on Ryan Reed. So he'll head to the line. Jones shooting 2. And what has been a game for Jones where, especially in the first half, he definitely had a lot of success. It's been a little bit of quiet here in the late stages of this game, but now able to provide some scoring with the free throw. Substitution for Canisius, Darnell Gallimore comes in.
Gallimore will help down low as well. That's the right now you're going to get down into the paint. He can make things happen in the paint, both rebounding and scoring. I like right now getting him back on the floor, especially with coming up with halfway through the fourth quarter right here.
From the handoff, Ryan Reed looking to drive. Hop stepping up the glass and in. It has been the Ryan Reed show from start to finish as he is keeping his team out in front as a timeout is called by Holy Trinity. They maintain a 6-point advantage. And we'll just stay here on the broadcast side of things to talk a little bit more about this Trinity Titans squad, who currently come on a 5-game winning streak. Their last game, they took down St. John's Prep 54-43 to help them put them in the spot in this championship appearance they haven't been in since 2014, that same year where they went on to win the Class A State Catholic Championship. And for them on this year, some highlights for them back in their league title that they won this year, the first time since 2022, beating St. Dominic 77-60. And Tristan Thomas was a key part in that game with 26 points. And St. Dominic was a team that the Titans just could not beat up before in their matchup. Holy Trinity lost to them by 17 and also lost to them by 1 point. So it just goes to show you that when you're facing a team more than twice, you're never down and out of it in those competitions. But this is the first meeting between both teams, so I would love to see this be like a 5 or 7 game series. I feel like it would go all the way to game 7. Here's a steal by the Titans for Sosa with the steal and layup.
Yeah, that's the turnovers that you're talking about right there. That's exactly what Holy Trinity has done real well to make sure they got this lead.
Well, Cullinan able to answer back quickly with a layup of his own. .343 and counting for Sosa. Askew guarding him, but a three-pointer there for Sosa, heating up, hitting one from the top of the key. Now on a drive, Gill goes up, gets hit hard, but will head to the line nonetheless. And that's against Ayeye. That'd be his 4th personal. Gill sinking his free throw attempt as Ayeye will have to take a seat, and Makai Reeves will come back in for him. Gill swishing down both of them. What a game he's had here to lead the charge on the Crusader offense.
Getting down to crunch time right now. If you're Canisius, you've got to have a stop right here. You've got to make sure that you stop the scoring. But Holy Trinity right now trying to limit possessions right now. You can see using all the shot clock.
10 to go on the shot clock for Sosa. Taking his time. Corner 3, Thomas doesn't go. Canisius still having life in them. Moves it over. Askew, three-pointer. Can't fall. Cullinan tried to fight for the rebound. Reeves able to get it. Lost it at first. Ooh, it was a deflection there, so no travel or double dribble there. Miles Reed going over to Thomas. Hands it off to now Ryan Reed. Keeping it along the perimeter with 10 to go on the shot clock. Now try to set something up for Sosa. The screen, the pop-up from 3, doesn't go. Gallimore had the rebound, but now Gill's going to get called for the foul, and that'll be Canisius' third team foul.
He was trying to make his case, too. You see him go over to the refs right there, trying to talk to him, but the minute that's called, there's nothing you're going to do to change that, I'll tell you that.
No doubt about it. Just got to just play on. And now Canisius just picked up their 4th team foul. That's going to be on Cullinan.
And that's huge because now for the last 2 minutes, any foul that you make, it means that Holy Trinity is going to shoot the rest of the way.
Reed now getting by Gallimore and Jones. Versosa, another triple, not that time. Ball's tipped, another offensive rebound. Reeves going up, and he will head to the line to shoot some free throws, and that is now Canisius' 5th team foul.
Never give up on a play. We've seen that multiple times right there from Holy Trinity. You can see right when they get to the basket, they're getting their own offensive rebounds and getting the chance to go to the line. We've seen it multiple times already inside this game.
A 7-point lead. Now extended to 8. Gill from the screen, trying to cut through. He ends up falling down. Jump ball is called. And it's going to stay with Canisius. Shot clock will be at 23, now to 22. Gallimore, triple, it's in! Darnell Gallimore with a 3 from the top of the key. Big shot there for Canisius, cutting the lead to 5. 1:38 to go in this one as Canisius not dwindling away. A spot that we've seen them in a couple of times, especially throughout the program during the tenure of head coach Kyle Husband, but now it is gut check time. Down by 5 and an opportunity where they can create some magic here at the Burt Flickinger Center.
And we'll see. So you're going to see right now, and I like this move by Canisius. They're going to go to a full court press. That's going to stop you from having the opportunity of really burning clock because you got to break the press.
Looks like they just sagged off, went back to their defense. Versosa has Thomas along that lower left block, but he'll stay along the corner. Now dribbling from the wing and to the top of the key. Versosa now getting it. And the timeout's going to be called by Holy Trinity with 1:15 to go in this one. We'll go ahead and step aside. We'll be back here with more boys basketball here for the Catholic State Championship in Class A. We'll be back.
Logistics Plus is a global transportation provider headquartered in Erie, PA with locations worldwide, including right here in Western New York. Logistics Plus is consistently recognized as a fast-growing transportation and logistics company, great supply chain partner, top freight broker, leading project cargo manager, and a great place to work. With a strong passion for excellence, our 500-plus employees put the plus in logistics.
For an efficient, personal approach for all of your transportation needs, more information about our Buffalo office is available at logisticsplus.com/Buffalo.
Education has power.
Welcome back, everyone, to Western New York Athletics. Holy Trinity just a minute and 10 counting here from being state champions, trying to hold the lead. And now try to extend it. The three-pointer doesn't go. Cullinan saves it from going out of bounds. Here's Gill from the wing. Back over to Cullinan. Trying to drive in. Cut inside. And a foul here is on the floor against Holy Trinity.
This is a huge possession right here for Canisius. They have to score right here with 52 seconds. Make it at least a one-possession game.
Jones trying to cut right in against Ayeye. He goes up, and it's going to be a blocking foul, and that is going to do it for Emmanuel Ayeye. That would be his 5th foul. So Emmanuel Ayeye, who's done very well on the defensive side, just fouled out. And Mekhi Reeves will have to come back in for him once again. But a situation here for Canisius, as you mentioned, Tom, just about 20 seconds ago, just try to cut it to a one-possession game. And they have the opportunity to do so, but they got to hit both of them. Jones sinks the first one. Fouls through on the second, switches it down, back to a one-score game. Askew intentionally fouls Versosa, and that's going to put him at the line.
So obviously going to turn it into a free throw contest right now. You've got to make them. We've always said this, right? You can win, you really can win and lose games right here from the charity stripe.
This is probably the loudest we've heard this building so far. The fan section and the student section getting loud. But for Sosa, staying calm, hitting the first free throw.
Every free throw's got that type of meaning to it right now. It really does.
Versosa taking one dribble, spinning the ball. Bends his knees, fouls through, misses the second. Jones with the big rebound here. 4-point lead for Holy Trinity. Here's Gill on a drive, floater off the glass, doesn't go. Rebound by Reeves, ball's on the ground. Foul called on Canisius.
And that's going to put Holy Trinity back to the line right there.
But Canisius definitely not out of it yet. Even if he makes both these free throws, it'll still be a 6-point advantage. Reeves, sophomore. He's been to the line earlier today. Misses the free throw.
And what that does right now, it means that Canisius doesn't need to go shoot a three. They can get a quick 2-point right now.
Second one on the way up and doesn't get it. 30 seconds to go in this one. Gallimore stepping back, looking for some options. Cullinan trying to cut through to his left for the layup. 2-point game. 21.3 seconds left in this one. And Canisius will have to take a timeout. 54-52. Folks, we are not done yet.
It's a mirror image of last game right here. We had a 1-point game for the B championship. We're at a 2-point game right now. Been unbelievable to watch out here today. Now, you're going to see Canisius is obviously going to need to foul very quickly right here. They'll foul, try to put somebody at the line right here, and now it will become, like I said, you could win or lose games at the free throw line. Holy Trinity missed the last two. They're going to need to make these 2 shots. They don't. And now you've opened the door for Canisius to try to at least win it or tie it up based upon how many free throws go down.
Well, for both these teams, and it being the Catholic State Championship, one final game for both sides. Who's got more in the tank than the other? Miles Reed will take it out of bounds for Trinity. Canisius set up in their full court press. Running along the baseline, getting over to Reed, and the intentional foul is there stopping the clock at 18.6 seconds. And as we saw from the last time, Holy Trinity was at the line. They missed both their free throws. Sinks it. Christian Gill coming back in for Canisius. Miles Reed taking a dribble, following through, gets both the fall.
That's big right there. That really is. That right there really gives you breathing room right here with 18 seconds.
And now for Canisius here, an opportunity to try and cut into this lead once again. And a chance here to where they can try and win a Catholic state title for Holy Trinity. It hasn't happened since 2014. And, you know, it's not a surprise considering where, if you've seen both these teams play throughout the season, the way they battle it out, the way they compete, and even New York State giving them some recognition. Canisius ranked 15th in the state in Class A for state rankings, and then just above them, 5 spots, hitting that 10th spot is Holy Trinity.
So, Jake, now really becomes, what do you do if you're Canisius? Do you look to go down and shoot a 3? Because what you're going to do then with a 3 is then if you foul them, and at least if they make the both buckets, you're talking about you're still in a 1-score game. So it's very interesting. Or do you try to very quickly get 2 points on the board to move the ball quickly so that there's more time on the clock? So it's a different thought process right here as a coach, what you're looking to do right now to try to be able to take this game further into the fourth quarter right here with 18 seconds.
Here's Gill with it. Bringing it up midcourt. 15 seconds and counting. Gill kicks it out to Jones. 10 to go now in this one. Goes off the glass. Can't get it. Ball's tipped out of bounds. Holy Trinity ball with 5.4 seconds to go. And now Canisius has to settle up in their full court press. Miles Reed finding Ryan Reed. Intentional fouls there on Gallimore. And you can see it from Ryan Reed and his bench, the celebration showing off as Reed having the opportunity. It's already a 2-score lead, but can extend it even further. Sinks it.
And I'll tell you, has had a great game. But really a little quiet in the fourth quarter. We didn't hear much of him in the fourth quarter, but didn't need it. As you now see, we have a new state champion for Class A.
And it's partying it up like it's 2014. Holy Trinity High School. The Titans take home the New York State Catholic High School Class A state championship in a thrilling action. And before we get to our award ceremony, Tom, just final thoughts from this contest. We've had 2 really good ones here at the Burt Flickinger Center.
Yeah, fun game. It really was. Another great game. Came down to the end right here. Holy Trinity, though, you got to say it's the defense that was the difference in this one. Key turnovers, especially like I talked about, down in the paint. Love what they did on defense right there, and especially in transition because of that defense, which led to easy buckets, especially with layups right down in the paint. And if they didn't make the layup, they got the offensive rebound and put it back. You've got to give them huge credit right there. They had a big victory.
Well, big congratulations to Holy Trinity under first-year head coach Steve Canisius, who's actually been with the program for almost 3 decades, but took over that head coaching spot in the offseason, and this squad took off and had one dominant season that ends with a state championship. Definitely one year to remember But we'll go and head down as our PA announcer here will present the awards to our finalists and our state champions.
Now we honor the New York Catholic Athletic Association State Class A champions, the Holy Trinity Titans. Number 0, Ryan Reed. Number 1, Joseph Jennings. Number 2, Emmanuel Legege. Number 3, Jagger Versosa. Number 4, Dylan Miller. Number 5, J.R. Heredia. Number 10, Miles Reed. Number 11, Carter Dean. Number 12, Bryce Satterwitz. Number 13, Makai Reeves. Number 14, Cameron Taylor. Number 22, Tristan Thomas. And number 24, Nicholas Elba.
Can you pull that up for me? Hold on. Can you just wait a second?
And will the captains from Holy Trinity please come forward to accept the New York State Catholic High School State Championship flag.
Well, congratulations there to Holy Trinity, who are able to hoist up the state championship plaque for the first time since 2014. Congratulations to them as they pick up a 57-52 victory over the Canisius Crusaders. And also a congratulations to our other state champion, Class B, Cathedral Prep, taking down Bishop Timon A wonderful Sunday this has been for Catholic High School State Championship boys basketball. And we can't thank you enough for providing you the coverage of both these games on this wonderful Sunday. And that will do it for us here at Erie Community College. For our main camera guy, Pat Schwab, our producer, Heidi Gunther, our color commentator, Tom Prince, my name is Jacob Fyack. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we hope you all can join along next time for our broadcast here on Western New York Athletics. Have a great night, everyone.